Hello, LIBA150 college success students. Welcome to the course. My name is Mr. Greg McConnell, and I will be your professor and guide through this fully online 15-week course. This course is offered through Canvas, which is Mount Aloysius College's preferred learning management system. I've been using this system for many years. I've been teaching online since 2004. I've been hanging around the Mount for a long time now. I actually did my undergraduate work from here back in the early 90s. And then I returned to do some full-time work in teaching back in 2003. And I've been hanging around ever since, teaching part-time for the Mount. I also have a full-time job. I have been for many years doing consultation work, working for some various nonprofits in our area in kind of western central Pennsylvania, and national work with nonprofits as well. I've held a variety of positions in higher education, administration, teaching, creating programs, overseeing a lot of programs, adult ed programs and things like that. And most recently, I started a new venture about 1.5 years ago, partnering up with a couple of my colleagues to open a residential drug and alcohol treatment facility in Blair County. So that's keeping me busy now. I continue to teach for the Mount, and I will as long as they keep having me. I love to teach, and I hope that comes across. So that's just a little bit of background info about me. I want to kind of take a little bit of time here in this first video, in addition to introducing myself, is kind of go over the structure of the course a little bit. And you'll have to bear with me. I just got over a round of COVID, and I am still having a little bit of issues with my voice, so bear with me a bit. I'm going to try to keep this video relatively short, might run around 12 minutes or so, but I want to kind of in this first video give you a good overview of what the Canvas course looks like. So I think in terms of my online teaching that I've been doing a long time, one of the things that I've noticed with students a lot is if they get frustrated and aren't able to navigate through the course and know where things are, how to find things, how to get in touch with somebody when they're having issues, that kind of stuff can add on to additional stressors, which could then snowball and lead to failure and dropping out of college and all kinds of stuff. So the way for me to address that early and up front is to kind of give a nice overview of the course, the structure of the course. Okay? This course, as I mentioned, is a 15-week course. The 15 weeks are divided up in the learning management system, Canvas, into modules. So when you get into Canvas, you log into your course, you will be brought to a page that looks very similar to this one here. Okay? This is the home page. This is left menu area. So when I make a reference to you, left menu area, this is what I'm referring to here. If I say the home page, module 2, week 2, you'll know what I'm making reference to. These are all modules here. All these kind of gray bars here are all modules. The main modules are the weeks. So there are 4 units to this course. Okay. The 4 units are based on the Mount Aloysius College Sisters of Mercy values. So here you can see Unit 1 is hospitality, and that's weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the next one is mercy. That's another one of the mercy values. And then that has weeks 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then week 9, there are no classes, so that's midterm. We have spring break, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a few minutes. Then the next one is the justice unit, which is weeks 10, 11, 12. And then you have the service unit. Okay, so you have hospitality, mercy, justice, and service. Okay, and that's the order that we will go by here in this course in terms of the units. Now, that's kind of the overarching module unit breakdown. Within the units I mentioned, there are weeks. So each week for this course will run Monday through Sunday, except for week 1. And the reason week 1 does not run Monday through Sunday is that the semester doesn't start until Tuesday. Okay. So Tuesday the 18th, this semester begins. It will end officially in terms of our coursework on May the 3rd. And you'll be able to see that if you go down to week 15. Okay, that's the last week, the last module, the last week of the course. Okay. So I'm going to go back up here. Again, just let this sink in for a little bit. But the modules are units. Each unit has 4, most of them except for one has 3 weeks in it. So beginning the start of the semester, we will be working within week 1. Everything that you see in this module right here will be due on the last day of the week. Notice here you have a discussion. Here you have another discussion due the last week. Now, there is one exception to this, and that is in the very first week of the class, you'll be asked to introduce yourselves. Okay? That introduction will be due on Thursday of the first week. And the reason for that is that Mount Aloysius College, when offering online courses, has to verify attendance. To verify attendance, I have to prove that the student is participating in the course. That doesn't mean that you logged in, that I can see that you spent some time in this area and you looked around here. It means that you actually engaged with the course material. So in order for me to take attendance, for you to fully participate, you have to complete the student introduction, which will appear up in this course fundamentals area here. Okay, it's not there yet. It will appear there in before the course opens. Okay. So those are the things that you have to do in the first week class. You'll have the student introduction, where you introduce yourselves, tell a little bit about yourself, and you'll follow the prompt that I give you in the discussion area. Then you'll have a syllabus discussion. You have to take a syllabus quiz, and then you'll have a Sisters of Mercy history and heritage discussion, and that's based on this link right here and the materials that are presented to you in this area. Okay, you'll review the syllabus, which is over here. We'll do that in the next video, by the way. Review the syllabus and then take the syllabus quiz. You have the discussion. You have another discussion. Prior to any of that, you have your student introduction. Okay. Now, it may seem like a lot, but it's not really. These discussions, you're not writing papers. They are graded. You'll see that the points here are right below beside the due date. So for each discussion that you have, it will be graded. And when I get into talking and reviewing the syllabus, I'll get into more details about that. But the discussions are graded, and they are part of the attendance, the participation in the course. Okay. Week 2, very much the same. You'll have materials that are presented to you here, tutorials, and a discussion. Okay. There's a bibliography pretest that's here, and then all this stuff here are all resources for related to career development. There's a video in here by the Director of Career Services here. And then you'll use this material that's presented to you to complete your tasks. So when you have a discussion that's due, everything that you have to do, that you have to submit, the material for that discussion or assignment or paper or quiz will always be in this area here. So when you have your discussion, the Catherine McCauley discussion, you'll know that you can get the information right from within here as well. So I'll give you an example of this. Catherine McCauley discussion is here. There's a prompt for you to go to this website. You should go to this website, watch this short film. It's about 24 minutes about Catherine McCauley, and then you're going to respond based on that in this discussion area. Okay, so that's how you do that. Go back to the main page here. And I'd like for you to spend some time looking down through the modules. Now, a lot of this stuff you won't be able to access right now because it is locked. And the reason you can see what's here, you just can't click on anything. And the reason for that is because up through about the first 8 weeks of the course, I'm really going to monitor what students are doing, if you're trying to work ahead, if you're falling behind, where you're at in the course, to make sure everybody's on the same page. One of the ways that I do that is to lock modules that are coming up in the weeks and months ahead, just to limit confusion, to kind of cut down on that overwhelming feeling of, oh my goodness, I have all this work I have to do for this course. So I limit what you can see in the weeks and months ahead. But you can take a look at the information that's in there. You can see everything that's in there. You just won't be able to do any of the work for that. Okay, just so you can see what's coming up and things like that. Now, you'll also be able to get a nice snapshot picture of assignments here. Now, I'll recommend, though, when we get into the syllabus, I'm going to recommend now that you actually use the syllabus for this feature. You can do this. A lot of times they don't fall into the due date in terms of the layout of this page here, so you may see something out of place. Right now I'm seeing that everything is in place. Let me just make sure. But you'll be able to see this better in the syllabus area. So at the very bottom of the syllabus is a course overview, and that course overview will present everything to you in terms of what is due, when it's due, by day. And it's a breakdown. This breakdown is very nice. You can use this if you want. Certainly you can use that. But the syllabus provides a better interface in terms of what you're able to see in terms of the days, when things are due, and the time that you're due, and all that stuff. Okay, this is where you will be able to take a look at your grades. So whenever you have an assignment and it's graded, you take a quiz and it's graded, you participate in a discussion and it's graded, you'll be able to see all of that information right in here. I'm in a student view right now. I'm in an instructor view acting as a student, so I can't even go into the grade area to show you. But the interface is really easy to use and navigate. If you have any issues with it or troubles, you can't figure it out, just let me know and I'll work with you. And that goes for any of this stuff as well. If you have a lot of technical issues, I'm probably going to try to make a connection between you and our Canvas administrator on campus. If you have issues related to not understanding where content is, how to find things, that kind of stuff, I'll definitely be able to help you with that. So just know that. You can come to me, but sometimes I might have to refer you, if it's more of a technical issue, out to the technical Canvas administrator at the college. So, get back home here for a second. I'm going to cut this short here in a couple minutes because I'm over my time that I wanted to. So again, units, 4 units. Hospitality, mercy, justice, service. The 4 values of the Sisters of Mercy espoused at Mount Aloysius College. Okay, you'll want to know those because they are a huge component of this course. Okay. For now, I'm going to end it with this. Just to recap quickly, the menu area here in Canvas, if I make reference to say to you, hey, take a look at the grades area in the left menu area in Canvas, this is what I'm referring to. If I'm telling you to look at the week 3 module, I'm making reference to this. Again, just to kind of make things easier as you're going through the course, as we progress, if you want to minimize some of this stuff to get it out of your way, you can do that. That kind of makes the page less cluttered. So if we're into week 5, you can minimize weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then just pay more close attention to week 5. You can minimize all of them, and then when you log into the class, it'll stay that way until you make the change. Okay? All right, that's it. Again, welcome to the course. I'm very much looking forward to getting to know all of you in the next 15 weeks. Have a good week and good first few days of class. And oh, by the way, welcome to Mount Aloysius College. See ya.